I know it seems like I'm a little behind again, but actually, I'm really not that behind. I have been out of the country, and when I got back, I realized that the post that I put up right before I left didn't get posted. So I actually did do a post, but it just never quite made it all the way to the net. So anyway, I was in Saudi Arabia for work for about 8 days, which, you know, I like to travel. So it was kind of an interesting little trip. And it's kind of funny because as Americans, and I don't know if it's my age or what, but there's a lot of things that were just not taught in school. And the Middle East was not very big when I was in school, in middle school, high school, or even college. And I admit that I'm a little out of touch or behind on the actual intricacies of what goes on over there. And I think that holds true for a few other people, because a couple people asked me right before I left, a couple people said, "Aren't you afraid?" And that really hadn't even entered into my mind until somebody said that. But I wasn't afraid, and I didn't have any fears going over or anything, and I didn't need to, because the scariest part of the trip was Delta, but that's another story. So, it was a great trip, great opportunity, and I don't even know where to start with it, because there's just so much to go through with it. So I'm going to narrow it down to three things, about 3 or 4 things. 3 things I didn't know about Saudi Arabia before I went there. Like I said, we weren't taught a lot in school, so I feel a little stupid, but Saudi Arabia is not part of the United Arab Emirates. That's a different country. Saudi Arabia is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on its own. Women can't drive. I may have known that somewhere, but I didn't realize that until I got there. So women are forced to either take a cab or have a private driver to go anywhere, which is kind of interesting. Women don't have to wear burqas. Everybody thinks women all wear burqas, the headpiece, the headscarf, and the face mask. That's purely a personal religious thing. Women do have to wear a robe, and I kind of forgot the name of it already, but it's a full-length robe that basically goes from your neck all the way down to the ground, and it's a black robe, and it goes over your street clothes, and whenever you're out in public, women have to wear it. It does not look very comfortable. 3 things I did not expect from Saudi Arabia. Again, I travel a lot, so I consider myself kind of worldly, but things I didn't expect. It's very international. Of course, everybody speaks English. Everyone speaks at least 2 or 3 languages. And there's a lot of French there, or French language. A lot of private schools are either English curriculum or French curriculum. So a lot of kids speak 2 or 3 languages, and French is a big language. It is very westernized, and that's almost a little disappointing that it is so westernized. When I looked out the hotel room window, first thing I saw across the street was a Gold's Gym. Right next to it was Krispy Kreme's Donut, and right next to that was a Carl's Jr. And the stores, there's a Gap, and pretty much any Western store you can think of. The other thing that's kind of interesting, I said, somebody asked me if I was afraid when I went over. I kind of found the exact opposite. I found the people extremely friendly, and not just cordial, kind of put up with you kind of friendly, but very warm, genuine, friendly people. I had dinner at people's houses, met with a lot of different business people from a lot of different areas, and everybody was extremely warm and friendly. 3 more random things that I guess are just random thoughts. I would never drive there. The drivers are absolute maniacs. I mean, it's just insane the way people drive. People making left-hand turns from the far lane, cutting across 2 lanes of traffic. Light turns red, and for another 30 seconds, people are still driving through it. So I really don't want to drive there. The food was really, really good. A lot of Mediterranean type food, a lot of seafood from the Red Sea. Just very good, healthy food, combination of all kinds of things. And of course, Starbucks tasted exactly the same. So I get to go back again probably sometime around the beginning of August. And what's on my list that I have to do when I go back? I mean, other than work. I did not make it to the beach. I did not make it to the Red Sea. And everyone says you have to go to the Red Sea. It is one of the premier diving spots in the world. And so I've got to get there. I really didn't have a lot of time for local nightlife. And there appears to be, a local nightlife there, and I would like to see that. And there is a lot of shopping there. I mean, a lot of shopping, a lot of malls, a lot of stores, a lot of high-end stores. So I need to get out and kind of do some, touristy things next time I go back. So hopefully I will get a couple free days. The other thing that's a little different is their work week is basically our Saturday through Wednesday. Thursday, most places tend to work half a day if they're open at all, and Friday is pretty much their Sabbath or Sunday, and they take it off completely. So anyway, it was interesting. It was great. If you ever get the opportunity, you have to be invited there. But if you ever get the opportunity, don't pass up the chance to go. It's definitely worth going to. Yes, it's hot. Yes, it's humid. But quit complaining and go. Later.